Okay, guys, let's look at 30-year bonds for Tuesday, 5/12/2015. Heck of a morning. You can see where it started early and just was selling off. I caught this move right here around 4 o'clock. Caught almost all of it. Great profit, and I traded ZB 30-year and ZN the 10-year. And caught a lot of that, and then I did not take this long signal because everything was kind of down, and then it chopped around right at the bond open. That's 7:20, basically from about 7 until 9. I try to kind of watch that area of the bond pit open because it can get real tricky. Then this thing fired off long after. Well, this was right at the bond pit, and I just kind of watched it, and then I caught some of these pullbacks and got a few more ticks out of it. But this move right here made my morning. But boy, if you could have just held on, if you could have had the fortitude to grab this long signal and hold it all day. I still kind of had a downward bias, but then I did take some pullback trades later on in the day. But anyway, this was the move of the day. You know, there seems to always be one move, of the day that really makes a big difference in this thing. But catching 20 something ticks, that's good money, depending on how many contracts you got and etc. But Tuesday was a real interesting day. All morning sold off, bonds open. This thing takes back off. Notice again the pivots. If I pull this back, early in the night before, look how it stayed right on that pivot line. Then it comes here, pivot. Didn't quite get down to a pivot. If I suck this in a little bit, there's a pivot just below there, but then it comes up, chops around the pivot, a little bit around the pivot, and then around the pivot all during the day, and then in between the two, and then on into the afternoon, into Wednesday, where we're trading now. I'm doing this video a little late, but look how it's just bouncing between the pivots. Very, very powerful. If you're not using weekly pivots and trying to determine profit targets or entries, areas of support and resistance, then you're missing something in your trading. Anyway, that was Tuesday. We're on into Wednesday, and I'll have you an update later this afternoon. Thanks a lot.